Yeah, you want the winks over the yells. I love it. All right, so
Yes, you do.
let's talk about Tom Brady and his pitch to you to come out of retirement and join the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What exactly did he say to get you there?
It wasn't like a phone call or anything. It was, a series of conversations and everything. It was just a route that was presented to me. I was kind of looking to come back, and I was only going to come back if it felt right. And I felt like that was the right route to take in my life, is to come back, come out of retirement, and go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And go back with my quarterback that I've been with my whole career. And now I'm here in Walt Disney World celebrating Super Bowl 55 as a champion.
It really is amazing when you think about the story and the path, and there's so much more of it that you know that probably the rest of us don't know. Why do you think it is that Brady trusts you the way that he does in the biggest moments? I realize there's a history there. There's got to be a little something more.
Yeah, he always says it, he tells a lot of people. It definitely means a lot to me hearing it, from the greatest ever that, he trusts me, that I'm a guy that you can rely on. And in order to keep that trust, I got to be ready for the big moments, and I got to come through in the big moments. I love that, he relies on me, and it's much appreciated. It just keeps me motivated and keep me going.
Yeah, speaking of things that might be too big to handle, you had that Lombardi trophy that you dented because you bunted with it. So I'm wondering, have the Bucs been really excited about handing the Lombardi to you in just looking at the history and what happened the last time with that?
Yeah, that was dangerous how I dented that trophy, but I always blame that on Julian. He threw me the pitch. I haven't even touched the Lombardi trophy yet. I'm not sure if it's for a reason, if the Buccaneers organization is trying to keep it away from me. But it would be pretty cool just to even see it. I just saw it from about 30 yards away yesterday, but I have not touched it yet, and hopefully I get to soon.
Yeah, can somebody bring this man the Lombardi trophy that he had a piece in winning? When you do see it, Gronk, what will you do?
I'm going to give it a big kiss. I got to pay my respects to it and, give it a big hug, give it a kiss, hold it up in the air. And then I just go with the flow. I just never know what's going to happen. I really don't try to plan anything. I just go with the flow, and whatever happens, happens. I just like being in that moment and just thinking of things on the spot.
Yeah, I hope somebody documents this particular moment. You're at Disney World, as you mentioned. Are you a big roller coaster guy?
Oh, yes, I am. I am a roller coaster guy. My favorite part is going really high up in the air and then just dropping. Like, that feeling in your stomach is a great feeling. The adrenaline rush you get from that is great, and I love adrenaline. I love endorphin rushes. That's basically what I live for. And so when I get up there, roller coasters are my favorite. I don't like roller coasters where I really don't fit in the seat and they rock you back and forth. Oh. And since I'm too big for the seat, the ride is not pleasant and it's shaky. And all the normal sized people are like, what a great ride. Like they flowed so good in the seat on the ride. But I'm like, yo, that roller coaster ride was not cool at all. Like I was just way too big for the seat that, my body was just whipping around how it was not, not intended to be. So I'm a big roller coaster guy when I can fit in the seat.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. Actually, I hate roller coasters. Hey, Rob Gronkowski, congratulations. Thank you so much for joining us here, and congrats on winning another Super Bowl.
Yes, thank you. We the champs. Go Bucks.
Gronk, national treasure. Hey, next, Tom Brady brought a title to Tampa Bay, but can the Bucs run it back in 2020? More about winning Super Bowl 55. It's hard to really put the greatness into context, right? His 7th ring, this time with a new team, yet somehow not that surprising because, well, he's Tom Brady. But despite his greatness, sometimes it's hard to find a place to sleep.
How different it was for you, Tom, to spend the night in your own bed with your family.
I actually spent the night in my daughter's bed because I had 5 of my nephews and nieces in my bed, so that was pretty unique. It was probably about 2 hours of sleep, so I'm going to be trying to get some extra sleep today.
I'm imagining it was like a little princess bed or something. But go ahead, Marcus. Yep.
I got a question because y'all know I respond. how big is the damn bed?
Yeah.
5 or 6 nieces? I need to know. Is it
you're talking about
king,
Tom Brady's
California
bed.
king? Is it oversized?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably, what do they call it, a
I would like to
California
know
king?
how big it is.
That's probably a big one.
It's got
He
to be
didn't put it
bigger than
together
that,
from
Els.
IKEA like we did ours.
Yeah. Bets aside, let's talk about the legacy here. Dan, the stats and trophies will speak for themselves. Take us inside, though, how a guy like Brady can change the culture of a locker room no matter what bed he sleeps in.
Yeah, Laura, we talk about Tom Brady's greatness often. You know, we talk about it when it comes to the wins and the Super Bowls. I think the thing that stands out the most to me throughout this season, and it showed last night, was his greatness empowers others to want to be great as well. We were talking about Bruce Arians as a coach wanting to be great. We're talking about Leonard Fournette, who's cast off, no one wants him. His desire to go be great. AB, who was once a great player, off of football for like 2 years, and just constantly believing that AB would be great again. Just that, imagine walking into that locker room and being a player on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and watching Tom Brady, who's the most accomplished player in the history of the NFL, every day show up and every day try to get better, like that much better, right? Like that 1% better. And you going, wait, I haven't done that. And if Tom Brady's doing that, I'm sure as heck going to do it, because as a player, you got 2 choices. You either join Brady or you get passed by. And I think his ability to empower others to believe that they can be great themselves was the most impressive thing this year.
Yeah, I think for me, just the psychological part, a lot of what you just touched on, Dan, but I want to go into a conversation like overall arching of what great is of all time, or people we consider great do, right? We consider Aaron Donald great, and the rest of his D-line benefits because of that. We consider LeBron James great because every team he goes to wins a championship, and other players are recognized for their skills and talent from him being a part of that team. That's what Tom Brady does. He gives other players freedom to play. We heard Leonard Fournette say it when he was picked up off waivers by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I have a chance to win now. It's simplicity in this thing. It's not overly analytical. It's just Tom Brady helps everybody else do their job better because they know he's on the field. And it's a freedom you play with, and we saw that.
Nina, let's spin this ahead, though. Is this Bucs team built to return next season? Tom Brady already said he's coming back. What do you think about the rest of them?
If I had to call it right now, I'd pick the Chiefs and the Bucs to return to the Super Bowl. So with the Chiefs, most of their stars come back, and ostensibly they're going to have a functioning offensive line by then. With the Bucs, yes, they have a lot of guys who are free agents. Let's pull up the full list of them. But they also have $40 million in cap space. They're going to have to let some of these players walk, but I think they'll focus on defensive players like Levante David, Shaq Barrett. I know he's expensive, but I think they can make it work. And to me, a huge reason why I've got them back in the Super Bowl is they didn't peak until the end of the season. We talked about Todd Bowles and the defense. There was some struggles, but he pitched a shutout in the biggest game of the year. And that offense, guys, they got better as it went along. It didn't feel like they had it figured out until the very end. How terrifying are they going to be now at the beginning of next year with a more normal offseason? I'm not betting against this team, and I'm counting on them to make it back.
I'm not letting it. Mina, I'm not letting you do it. Letting you do it.
So,
we ain't going there yet. We got to save it.
All right, well, the good thing is NFL Live is going to be on this entire offseason. Yeah, so we can talk about the Rams and Matt Stafford apparently being in Marcus's Super Bowl.